Alright, so this video is just a PSA to anyone who's watching that your peace is very important. It's probably one of your most valuable assets. And if you are fortunate enough to experience peace on a daily basis, please acknowledge that, because I think those of us who were born into situations where that was just a natural way of life, where we were always at peace, we didn't have anything gnawing at us or making us worried all the time, we just took it for granted. We entered adulthood thinking that everyone was living in a similar way, that people were generally at peace with themselves. And this is actually very far from the case. Many people are not at peace with themselves. They have deep internal wounds, unresolved issues. Their lives are a complete disaster, and a lot of them are resigned to this fact. They are resigned to the fact that they are a mess, and they don't see a way out. And therefore, when they see people who have peace, who are doing well for themselves, who are navigating the world in a healthy way, they get jealous, and they see that person as something that they can't have, something that they will never be, because they haven't figured out their own situation. Now, I don't want to be judgmental here and, villainize these people as bad people, because they're not bad people. They are simply people who have unresolved trauma, who come from circumstances that are very difficult. So I do have empathy for these people, but at the same time, I've had experiences with these types of people, and they will always try to bring you down. They will see your peace as a threat, and they don't like it. They want to destroy it. They want to bring you down to their level. And they see you as somebody who basically threatens their victim consciousness. They are living in victim consciousness, whether they know it or not. They see their plight, their struggle, as something that they have to endure, that there is no way out of. They genuinely believe this. And so if they see somebody who is at peace with themselves, that means that there is a way for them to be at peace with themselves. But they don't think it's possible. So that essentially shatters their worldview, and they can't have that. They can't have their worldview shattered, because it leads to essentially a crisis of identity. It leads to a crisis. It leads to the death of the ego. So what they attempt to do is they attempt to bring you down, and they will stop at nothing to do this, to destroy your peace. And I've dealt with people like this who, on the surface, will appear very charming. You will be very drawn to them, very attracted to them. And this is probably the first red flag. If somebody is too charming, too attractive, says all the right things without any reason to, who is trying to win you over and, love bombing, that classic thing. If they exhibit any of these signs, then it's a red flag. These people are too good to be true, and what happens is once you fall for their trap, they will demean you. They will pull away. They will make you question your own self-worth, your own identity, and they will essentially do the opposite, and it will leave you very confused because you thought this person was telling the truth. You thought this person was well-intentioned. You thought this person cared about you. And they didn't. And it will send you down a very dark path if you're not careful. I went down a similar path, and I can tell you it's not pretty. Is it all bad? No, it's not all bad, because it teaches you some very valuable life lessons. You see, in life, nothing is truly bad, because anything that is bad will always result in the opposite, which is a lesson or something that you've gained from the experience that equals or cancels out the bad part of it. So it's not all bad, but if you have peace, please take this video as a warning that you are very fortunate. You're in a very fortunate position, and you may not realize that. You may take it for granted. But peace is so valuable because it helps us navigate the world in a healthy way. It helps us sleep at night. We don't have to question everything about ourselves. We are confident. We are, involved in society. We are kind. We are, people who can function. We can function in society. And don't take that for granted, because a lot of people can't. A lot of people really struggle with just daily tasks and the daily monotony of existence. And a lot of times it's because their peace has been eroded. It has been eroded over time in many different ways. So erect boundaries. Be very conscious of who you communicate with. If you notice red flags, don't be hesitant to just drop the relationship and move on, because you will thank yourself later. Now, this is not to say that you want to be this defensive, overly paranoid, protective person. Not at all. Because you can take it to that extreme as well. What I'm advocating for here is a balanced approach to life, where you meet people where they are, where you are, and they can either meet it or they don't meet it. But don't compromise your own identity, your own values, and your own sense of well-being for somebody else. Do not allow yourself to stoop to someone else's level. Do not compromise your own worth because of attraction, or because you've been manipulated, or they're saying exactly the right thing. You have to be wary. You have to be at least somewhat just discerning about who you're talking to, because appearances can be deceiving. People can look one way and be the complete opposite. And for some people, this is something they have to go through to learn the lesson. But if you have peace, just remember that you are one of the lucky ones, and don't take it for granted for a minute. So yeah, please like this video, subscribe, comment down below. Thanks, bye.